Hey, 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 what's going on? KQKC Boxing Shanto. Yes, I want to give a shout out to the LDBC. Great group of guys. Great guys willing to help anytime you need help, and sometimes they help when you don't need the help. Well, as you read, Clarissa Shields had just signed with Dazn. Now, Clarissa Shields is from Michigan, Flint, Michigan. She won 2 gold medals. And she also, let me emphasize this also, she's a great woman boxer. Them 2 gold medals didn't come easy for her, but she can box. And she's very heavy-handed, but she's no joke. She's no joke. So, therefore, watch out for her because she's here for women boxing and she's here to stay. So, therefore, look out for her. Now, she will be fighting on November the 17th on the Dazn app. She used to be, she was scheduled to fight Christina Hammer, but Christina Hammer had to bail out the fight due to injury. So she'll be fighting, I believe, a Hannah Rinker. Shout out to Blue Blood Sports for breaking this news. Now, Blue Blood Sports is right. Dazn going to give it that old college try. Trust me. But I still have faith that Al Heyman, PBC, and Showtime will not lay down. No, it will not. All it's doing is taking the place of Golden Boy. That's all. That's how I look at it. Golden Boy has decapitated, you pretty much would say. Golden Boy is pretty much merged with Dazn because Oscar De La Hoya really didn't have anyone in his stable that can compete with these other fighters. No, sir. Most definitely not. So, what's the old saying? If you can't beat them, join them. So, Oscar De La Hoya, that's what he done. Now, you can love boxing so much that when you get to that point where you about to lose pretty much everything due to your own mistakes, then, hey, you have to find a way out. He wasn't going Al Heyman way. I can tell you that right now. He wasn't going that way. Oh, no. He wasn't going that route. No. He refused to go that route. So, there you go. But I will tell you this, that Al Heyman will be coming out with a nice lineup. And I believe that. Now, no matter what we think of Dazn, no matter what we think of Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. See, a lot of people don't know this, or maybe they do. I don't know. Dazn is an app. It's not Matchroom Boxing. Some people intertwine the two, which, in a way, it is. But Eddie Hearn is not one of those promoters that play fair game. He's not a great promoter. If he didn't have the money, I don't believe he will even have a stable or generate money. Now, some said that it was full in Boston. Then you have some that said it wasn't full in Boston. So I wasn't there, so KQKC cannot really express what is the truth because I wasn't there. But if some say it happened, okay, maybe it did happen. But again, Carissa Shields signs with Dazn. It's just a one-fight deal, nothing to get excited about. I really believe that she's not gonna go too far from Showtime because she's been fighting on Showtime and Showtime is streamed. So I don't believe that she would sign with Dazn on a long-term deal. The reason why is because she's chasing a belt and she wants to fight. See, this is what it all boils down to. I don't understand, what's what. Everybody want to fight. All right. Everybody needs to fight. Hey, earn your money. A lot of people waiting on this and waiting on that, and they still got money. But as soon as they run out of money, there it go. There it go. Everybody wants a payday. And what makes it so bad that they are willing to fight just any old body, any cab driver. Well, I'm not keen to that idea. No, I'm not. I don't believe in that. I believe in the best fighting the best, and I believe we should get the fights that we want. Now, I get the business side of things. Yes, I do. I understand. You have to make the fight happen. You have to sell the fight. I understand that. You got to make the venue. You got to get some dates. You got to get dates, here, there, and especially in the United States, because this is football season, basketball season. They intertwine together. So then you got playoffs and World Series. That's in late October. So, we got them 3 sports that comes before boxing any day of the week in the United States. I don't know how many times I can keep going over this. And first of all, shout out to my UK brothers. But the UK is pure boxing. They like boxing. They love boxing. They will come out and stand by the bathroom for $60 for boxing. We pay an arm and a leg to see a boxing match here. Pay-per-view. We pay between $79 to $100 for pay-per-view. In the UK, what do they pay? Maybe, just maybe $30, $40 at the most. That's pay-per-view. Now, I did watch Dazn fight Saturday. Now the UK, they pay for straight pay-per-view. We watched it free. Well, at least I did. So, I mean, I'm going to talk about this state of boxing. That's what my subscribers are subscribed to my channel for. The current state of boxing. The current state of boxing right now is not where we want it to be. I want boxing to be like the old days, just like the last video I made or the last live stream I did. I want boxing to be great again. I want boxing to be a great play-by-play where the analysts or the commentators know boxing, you know. Antonio Tarver, he was a great boxer, but he was a great commentator also. Now, Paulie Malignaggi, he was a great so-so boxer. He had bad hands, so that's why he had a low knockout ratio. But he knows boxing. Antonio Tarver and Paulie, they are great boxing analysts. And, of course, we all know that contracts and money disputes, you know, push Antonio Tarver out. But that's okay. But then inside the ring, you know, it's not fair that Tank, Gervonta Davis, both of the Charlos, you know, they're not fighting. Sometimes you can bite off more than you can chew. Now, I have faith that Al Heyman has great help and they can make it work with a big stable that they have. They have great fighters over there. And the best should be fighting the best. Now, I understand what Dazn is doing. Okay, we get that. Okay, we get that they are trying to throw out money. You know, even Eddie Hearn had to say, we have to overpay these fighters in order for them to fight on Dazn. And that's a shame. That's a shame that you're not attractive enough. You're not prepared enough. You're not competitive enough to entice A-lister fighters. I like to call it A-listers, just like Hollywood. And that's a shame that you have to throw a bag full of money at them. Then they would just go there fighting. There's no loyalty there because you know the reason why they came. For the money. That's all. No loyalty. Now, Al Heyman, the reason why everyone signed with Al Heyman because he paid the fighter what he believed they are worth. He pays the fighter a certain amount of money to do a certain amount of things. They do great on pay-per-view, fine. But he's an advisor. Remember this now. He's not a promoter, even though he wears the promoter hat. But I will tell you this. Dazn will be around for a minute. Like I told you, they're going to give it the old college try. No doubt about that. And if they go down, or when they go down, it depends on how you look at it. And trust me, they're going to go down swinging. Now, they can't have that much money where they can give that much money away. Now, it was ruined that Kevin Farmer made 7 figures, but I can't believe that myself. He's not a 7-figure fighter. Now, think about Tank signed with them for, let's say, a 1-fight deal. On Fight Out now. Tank deserved, then, if that's the case, $2 million, $3 million. Because there's no way that Tevin Farmer can beat Tank. Tevin Farmer doesn't hit hard enough. So, but again, KQKC, I like boxing. I love boxing. I love to talk about it. And this is the first time in boxing where no one's really fighting. I remember it used to be a time where I sit there and watch a fight every week or every weekend. They used to have Friday night fights. I mean, you can catch reruns. I mean, now, hey, I'm a new channel, and it's a shame that you pretty much have to talk about boxing in the past tense. You have to go over what boxing did yesterday. I mean, come on. We got to talk about boxing, what happened last week. The fight Saturday. Do we really have to talk about it for 4 days straight to something else new come along? Look how long the Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua last. Everybody was talking about that. One form, fashion, or another. Why? Because there was nothing else to talk about. There wasn't no news in boxing. It was back and forth. And speaking of Deontay Wilder, then you have Eddie Hearn saying, hey, look, hey, Deontay Wilder, just fuck him. I'm just through with it. I'm tired of talking. He never talked to Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder already said fuck him. That's what's so funny about the whole situation. How can you say, hey, F him, I'm through trying. He wants a 60-40 split, which I think he deserved. Then you're going to say, hey, I'm through talking to him. He's been through talking to you. Matter of fact, this is Deontay Wilder words, quote unquote. He never talked to you. Like he said, you never talked to no one on his team. And like he said, if you did, he would know about it. So either he's spinning the media or he's spinning the UK fans. I know one thing, he really wants that AJ fight so bad for April. Because if he doesn't get it, he's either going to pick a nobody or Dylan White will step in. And the UK fans going to say, hey, look, we've been there, we done that. And the smart UK fans, let me put it that way, they know how to read between the lines. If they know they're boxing, which they should because they love boxing over there, they really believe that Eddie Hearn is full of shit. But I don't want to go and linger on back on that either. I like to talk about something new in boxing. Now, this is a change of pace. Clarissa Shields, a woman boxer, signing with Dazn. Now, I'm not talking about Katie Taylor. She's from the UK. Most of the people on the fight card was from the UK. I don't know if he did that to satisfy the UK. I don't know. But he doesn't have, 3 Americans on there? Now, I don't know about a lot of people, how they feel about Anthony Yarde. But he needs to step up. I like Anthony Yarde. I really do. I think he can be a wrecking. I think he can make some noise, put it that way. But he has to step up level of competition. A lot of guys, a lot of boxers, a lot of fighters don't want to rush stepping up to better competition. But they have to understand that makes you better as a fighter. If you step up in competition and you do great, then you know how good and great you are. If you take an L, hey, just go back to the gym and work on it again. Everybody can't go undefeated their whole career like Floyd Mayweather. See, that's the problem. Everybody don't want that O to go. The ones that has it. And the ones that have, let's say, maybe 1 or 2 losses, that's all they want. They don't want a long record of 6 losses, 7 losses. They don't want that. So what they do is they pick a weaker fighter. Yes, Demetrius Andre did win the WBO. Congratulations to Demetrius Andre. But I still don't think he earned it. No, he has not. A lot of people say that was rain rust Saturday night because he was swinging, missing. He was tripping over his own foot. You know, they say changing angles, but I think he was kind of confused in there. He had great talent when he was younger, but a lot of that went by inactivity. A lot of it went by. Then, I mean, he had to beg for fights. Beg for a fight for Charlo. He had to go all the way to what? All the way across the world to fight somebody. I forgot who it was. Somebody we never heard of. And nobody didn't pick up the fight. It might be on YouTube. I don't know. I think it was in Russia or somewhere. I don't know. But yes, Demetrius Andre was a good boxer. Matter of fact, he was a great boxer. He was a great amateur. Actually, he lives back in the amateur days. He talked more about amateur than he do pro. Now, Saturday, no, that wasn't nothing to really cheer about. That wasn't nothing to really jump for joy about. It was just something that he had to go through to get paid. That's it. Now, if Billy Joe Saunders would have fought him, I think he would have won. Billy Joe Saunders. Because I have seen Billy Joe Saunders fight more than Demetrius. I've seen both fight. And I know Billy Joe Saunders. He know how to move. He know how to use his angle. He have great footwork. I know what he does. So, therefore, that's Dazn. And like I said, I've been critical of Dazn for some time now. I've been critical, basically, not Dazn, but Dazn representative or promoter, Eddie Hearn. And we all know the reason why. But with this move with Clarissa Shields, it's just a one-fight deal, nothing to get excited about. As I mentioned before, there's nothing to get excited about. It's just one fight because Clarissa Shields wants to fight. Christina Hammer, she's supposed to be fight on November the 17th on Showtime, but she's going to be fighting November the 17th on Dazn. One fight deal, that's it. And I really believe that she's not going to leave Showtime on a permanent basis because Showtime gave her TV exposure. And she got exposure in Detroit, right outside of her hometown, Flint, Michigan. And I believe she fought there twice. And I think she fought a young lady named Tori. Matter of fact, I did the video on that. Now, Christina Hammer, she was hurt. Now, she can box. Christina Hammer boxed very well. She has great range generalship. She has great feet. She has a damn good jab. If you get a chance, go to YouTube and pull up some of her fights and watch her fight. The young lady can fight. And not only that, She's very, very beautiful. She's very beautiful. She has her own makeup line. And she's Russian, I believe. But she is very beautiful. She's a model also. And it's funny because in the ring, it doesn't really look like it. And then when you see her, like she approached Clarissa Shield once she won another belt. I think Clarissa Shield has 3 belts now. So, but she's a woman, and Tank, the Charlo, both they want to fight, and I don't blame them. You know, I mean, I hope PBC has them included in their lineup when they come out with it very soon, because all these fighters want to fight, and you know what's going to happen? It might run them broke, but Eddie Hearn, as he said about a month ago, I'm just going to have to start overpaying these fighters that's not under contract and entice them basically to come over to the zone. You know what? That's what he's doing. He already done Tammy Farmer, Demetrius Andre, Big Baby Miller, Danny Jacobs. Now, Clarissa Shields, even though it's just for one fight. But like it or not, the zone will be here to stay for a minute. Now, if they can't, and they can't sustain it, like HBO, they're going to give it the old college try. Trust me, they will. But it's our job, my job, to make sure these fighters fight. Because if they don't, then we're in big trouble. See, boxing is at a point right now where a lot of these fighters, they get paid, they happy, they're very happy. They don't go right back to the gym 2 days later after they recruit. You know, they do this, go on vacation, blase, blase, blase. That's not enough money. You know, it's not like you got a 9 to 5. You have to fight to make money. And, I mean, it's sad to say, but you got to promote your own fight. You got to call out people if you want that fight. You got to call them out. Tell them, hey, look, I can whoop such and such, or get in the ring, or something. I know you need permission to get in the ring, but go on Instagram, go on Twitter. I mean, do an interview. Do something to make a fight. That's all you have to do. Yes, a lot of people have been talking about Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence. I get it. I get it. I understand what they're trying to do. You know, Terrence Crawford haven't called out Earl Spence. Earl Spence haven't called out Terrence Crawford. And I don't believe they're going to fight. No way soon. I just don't believe it. And that's a damn shame. Because we deserve to see the fights that we should have. What's going on, Rough House Boxing? Salute to you, homie, brother. Thanks for tuning in. But I'm right. I think I'm right. I think that we, as boxing fans, should see the fights that we want to see. Now, I understand a lot of fighters, especially the fights that the public want to see, like Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. I understand that they want to marinate to fight. Okay, I get that. Okay, they want to get a big bag, you know. They're going to get that regardless if they fought tomorrow, because of the magnitude of the fight, because of the O on their record. Then the 147 division. 147 division is where the money is anyway, and 154. No, Demetrius Andre did not do anything special at 154. I mean, 160 of the night. He needs to go back down to 154. Now, I know what he's doing. He's trying to get a fight with one of the Charlos. Yeah, Charlo moved up to 160. But Charlo just a little bit wiser than Demetrius Andre. But he needs to fight too. Both Charlos need to fight. Boxing, it seems like it's at a standstill. You know, there's no reason why boxing channels like mine, Rough House Boxing, Boxing Trio, or 78 Sports, or Goodfellas Sports TV, for non-internet. We shouldn't have to talk about Saturday fight for 5 days. We shouldn't have to talk about Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua for 2 months. It should be something bam, 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 happening in boxing right now. Let me read what Rough House Boxing is saying. Sometimes I wonder if these dudes are taking orders from the networks to string out these big fights and make us wait and make sure they're still undefeated. Undefeated when they meet. Well, you know what? I don't think it's the networks. I think, personally, I think that it's them and the promoter. The promoter is always the one, or advisor in Earl Spence's case. Earl Spence said he had a fight lined up for the end of January, beginning of February. Now, how true that is, he said it, so it must be true. Now, what I did hear that is Mikey Garcia. Now, I heard that from someone's source that has an inside scoop on that. Now, how true that is, I don't know. But I tell you one thing, boxing's at a standstill, and we should not put our hopes on just one fight. There's a lot of fights out there to be made. I keep on hollering, I keep on screaming about Leo Santa Cruz and Gary Russell Jr. This happened to Gary Russell Jr. all the time. Matter of fact, he got to the point where he said he used to fight once a year. And you know what? And I was wondering, why would he say that? He said it's a good way to preserve his body. So when that time comes, he will be prepared. And his body is healed properly. And he put all the work in the gym. Now, if he's happy, hey, I ain't mad at him. If he's happy for fighting once a year, okay. He's a promoter dream. But that's not going to fly with your fans. A fighter today should be fighting at least 3 times a year. These fighters are young. These fighters are hungry. Jared Hurd, I understand he had surgery. I understand he should be fighting pretty soon. But Jared Hurd, he has big feet. And he has bad footwork. He has bad defensive skills. He reminds me of Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier had that defense where he'd cross over his arm, over his chest, and duck his head on his arm and fight like that. That's how Jared Hurd fights. And he's going to take a beating where he can't recoup from because he don't have no defensive skills. He's a big guy. He takes a lot of punishment, but he's resilient. You know, he's in shape. So he goes and goes and goes and get beat. But then his opponent get tired, then that's when he jump on him. And there you go. Rough House said, I looked at what Dazn gave Canelo. there's no way they're going to give him 365 million. I want him to fight killers every fight. He only make it through 3 fights. Yeah, there's no way Dazn could sustain paying him that money. I know that's guaranteed. I don't know if it's 2 years guaranteed and the other ones are optional. I don't know how the contract is set up, but he signed the deal. But if you look at Deontay Wilder, he offered Anthony Johnson 50 million, and that's more than this deal with Canelo. If you look at it, you break Canelo down, this is only what 30 something million a fight. Deontay Wilder gonna give Anthony Johnson 50 million to fight him. And of course, Anthony Johnson said no. You know, we know that story. And I'm not going to get into that because we've been there and we've done that. That's what I mean. We shouldn't have to talk about past tense of boxing. It's too many fights out there to be made. Now, PBC, they said they will be coming out with the next 2019 lineup, the first 6 months. Now, I can't wait to see this lineup. No, I'm going to be honest. I cannot wait to see this lineup because I want to see if this is going to be the fights that make sense, good fights, good matchups, and what we want to see. I want to see some Charlos on that schedule. I want to see Gary Russell Jr. and Leo Santa Cruz on that. For some reason, Leo Santa Cruz don't want to fight Gary Russell Jr. I don't know why. In a way, I do know why. But he want to fight Abner Mares again. Why? I don't get that. I don't know if it's a Hispanic thing or what. But again, I just want to reiterate this. You know, Clarissa Shields did sign a 1-year deal with Dazn. You know, she liked to fight. You know, and I don't blame her. And she will be fighting Hannah Ranker. I believe that's her name. She will be fighting her on November the 17th. The same date that she was supposed to be fighting Christina Hammer. Christina Hammer's a beautiful woman too, man. God damn, she's beautiful. I mean, she's gorgeous. But she had to pull out the fight because of injury. She has her own makeup line. She's a model. And I believe she's Russian. But she's very beautiful. Y'all see her in a dress when she got in the ring with her belt. Challenging, calling out Clarissa Shields. See, that's what Earl have to do. That's what Terrence Crawford have to do. There's no way in hell Terrence Crawford shouldn't have called out Earl after he won. There's no way Earl shouldn't have been somewhere else but at that fight. But I get it. You know, we get it. I get it. Rough House Boxing said, I'm not only disappointed in Spence, I'm disgusted with the whole division because everybody is avoiding the immediate smoke. Bingo. You hit it right on the head, Rough House. You're right. The whole 147 division. Everybody's ducking everybody. Earl Spence too, you know. That's my guy. Don't get me wrong. I think Earl is a great fighter. I think he's a special fighter. But, you know, hey, if you're going to be critical of one, you got to be critical of the other. You know, you can't be biased. You got to be unbiased. And I'm sorry, I have to keep it real. You know, Earl Spence, you know, his shit stink just like the rest of them. Now, he said he talked over his career with Al Heyman. They talk about what fights he should take, what moves he should make. He talked his career over with Al Heyman. So is this Al Heyman idea or this Earl idea? See, Al Heyman just an advisor. Earl Spence promote his own self. Man down promotion. So that's what I mean. Rough House hit it right on the head. We shouldn't have to sit there and wonder if these guys gonna fight. That A side and B side, that across the street stuff, I don't believe in none of that shit. They both are welterweights. They both are in the same division, 147. So, what's wrong with making the fight happen? What's wrong with fighters fighting each other, no matter where you're from, as long as the fight makes sense? That's all. If you have to call out somebody, call them out. True. It's starting to get a little bit old. I'm gonna read this real fast. 1 year ago, that division had us all excited and hyped for the big potential fights. Now they're all looking lame, and we looking sad and stupid. You're right. We all talking about what should be and what could be, and nobody's fighting nobody. Sean Porter in the ring with Earl Spence. Hey, like I'm scared, Jim? He was talking that big crap, that big shit when Earl was in the ring and everything. I mean, just one walk to the dressing room and his whole demeanor changed. His whole attitude changed. Well, I got to see what the WBC says. I have to do a mandatory fights and this and that. See, boom, bust that bubble just that fast. So, has he fought yet? No. Has he defended the belt yet? No. When the last time Earl fought? Ocampo. Now, I'm not mad at him about that because that's his mandatory. He was, he had to fight him. But besides that, Earl haven't fought since then. Sean haven't fought. I don't even think Keith Thurman even care about boxing anymore. Drop the belt and let somebody replicable fight for that belt. I mean, Dennis Ugas, he's an up and coming great welterweight. Let him fight for that belt. I mean, you got some real 147 division would be glad to fight. Sometimes you might have to overlook these A-listers, I call them, like Hollywood, and just go on to number 9 and number 10. I bet they'd be too glad. The number 9 and number 8s in the rankings, welterweights. I bet they'd be too glad to fight. We don't want to see no Berto. We don't want to see no Alexander. What kind of, no, we don't want to see that shit no more. We want to see some real fights. There go Danny Garcia. When the last time he fought? If everybody in the 147-pound fight start fighting each other, I don't give a shit. Fight each other. I don't care. Then, okay, I might be a little happy. Now this stage of boxing, that's why I made that video earlier, old boxing versus new. Back in the day, they didn't care about money. They wanted to fight. They wanted to see who was the best. They wanted to see, can they beat you? That's what it was. Sure, Muhammad Ali, he lost, but he still was the greatest of all times. Why? Because he wanted to fight. He came back and he fought, and he won again. That's a fighter. Fighters don't fight once a year or been inactive for 18 months. That's not a fighter. A fighter would get in there and fight 3 times a year. They all kill me every time they win a belt. They get interviewed. Well, Earl Spence too. Oh, well, There's 3 more belts out there that I gotta get. I gotta grab. Well, you ain't trying. Now, I understand Earl Spence is a chilled out dude. Okay, I understand that. I understand he's kind of quiet type level, but he's not that damn quiet. Speak up. You got a baby. You got a woman. Speak up. You got a family. Speak your ass up. You just took him to Jamaica and just got back. Speak up. Make the fight happen. You your own promoter, so you can have free reign. Make shit happen. That's all I'm saying. If you don't, Dazn gonna take over, and you're gonna find yourself outside looking in. Because you know why? Somebody else is gonna be fighting, get all the glory, get all the praise, and get all the money. That's what's gonna happen. And that's boxing talk for you, baby. Now, I'm KQKC Boxing. If you'd like to make a donation, keep this channel running, I will put it in the description box. But if you'd like to sub to me, feel free to hit the subscribe button and hit the icon bell. Each and every time I upload a video, you will know about it. And also, hit that like button if you like what I'm saying. And keep in mind, like always, I'm not new to this boxing shit. No, sir. I'm just true to this boxing shit. And hopefully, boxing will change soon. Peace and love. I'll catch you on the next one.